Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
And our top story at noon, Detroit's chief of police says there was a struggle with a gun before the deadly police shooting of a woman having a mental health crisis. And we are learning brand new information about the woman shot and killed by Detroit police on the city's west side. Just moments ago, Chief James White spoke publicly about what happened last night. We're told a woman called 911 to report her daughter, who suffers from schizophrenia, had violently attacked her and her grandchildren. That woman then called police again, begging officers to arrive quickly because she didn't think she would survive if things got any more heated.
The female reported that her daughter was armed with a knife and a bat. The caller again stated that she was fearful of her having the bat and the knives. The female also reported that her daughter had access to a firearm. She further reported that she had been struck in the head by her daughter and that she might have to kill her own daughter.
Once officers arrived on scene, Chief White says they tried to de-escalate things and check on everyone in the house. During that conversation, officers tried to disarm the woman, but a fight over the gun broke out. That's when 3 officers shot and ultimately killed the woman. An internal investigation into what happened is underway, and Chief White says that he is reviewing if anything could have been handled differently. Our Sean Lay is talking with the chief right now, and we'll have a full report coming up on our newscast at 5. Also, just in here at noon, an Oakland County doctor is facing more sexual assault charges. Dr Vlevren went before a judge within the hour, charged with 10 new counts of criminal sexual conduct. Police say these new charges stem from investigations initiated by patients after Vlevren was arrested last month. At that time, Vlevren was accused of sexually assaulting a patient during a medical exam. He has worked with youth hockey organizations in Michigan for the past 20 years. Our Rod Maloney is digging more into the latest arrest, and we'll have the latest on our newscast at 6. And it has been 3 days since the midterm election, and the question of who controls Congress still lingers. Bree Jackson is following the results from Washington, and she joins us where things stand right now.
Control of the House and Senate remains in limbo as vote counting is still going on in several key states. The waiting game continues. Days after Election Day, we still don't know the results of key races. Officials are still counting mail-in ballots in Nevada, where the U.S. Senate candidates are neck and neck.
We couldn't go any faster now, even if we wanted to.
Arizona's Senate race has yet to be called, and in Georgia, voters will head back to the polls in December to pick a winner.
We know how to win a runoff. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to be easy.
Hey, I was built for this. I was built for this.
Even with control of Congress still up in the air, Republicans are ramping up plans to take over the House. Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy is jockeying to become House Speaker, but faces challenges.
I have personally stated that Kevin McCarthy has not done anything to earn my vote.
Democrats fought off a red wave this midterm. During a Democratic National Committee event, President Biden thanked supporters, calling Tuesday a strong night for the party. The president also touting news that consumer prices rose less than expected, a sign inflation may be slowing down.
Mainstream economists are saying this is a really positive sign of the resilience of the economic recovery.
The administration claiming the recent downtick in costs for Americans is proof that their policies are working. President Biden will spend time overseas, taking part in high-stakes meetings, including the UN Climate Conference and the G20 Summit. In Washington, I'm Bree Jackson for NBC News.
All right, thank you, Bree. And today is Veterans Day, so thank you to all of those watching who have served. And this morning, there was a special dedication for the new Veterans Memorial Place in downtown Detroit. Flags were raised and students from the Detroit Public Schools Community District played at the Coleman A. Young Municipal Center. The center is the site of the new Veterans Memorial Plaza. Its purpose is to reinforce honor for active duty military and veterans. The plaza design includes a medallion of all 7 branches of the U.S. military. And also this noon, we are getting a look at the impact of Hurricane Nicole across Florida. The storm hit as a hurricane yesterday, then weakened as it moved over the state. But look what it did to Daytona Beach. Drone video shows sections of the shoreline washed away by the storm. And not far from Daytona Beach, the storm surge eroded beaches and is putting homes along the water in danger of collapsing. Aerial footage shows a string of homes destroyed in Volusia County. At least 24 hotels and condos in the area have been deemed structurally unsafe. And the storm was downgraded to a tropical depression as it makes its way through Georgia and the Carolinas. This is video from Myrtle Beach in South Carolina. In addition to the heavy rain, the area is under a tornado watch through this afternoon. And now turning our attention to the weather here at home as we take a live look at downtown Mount Clemens. Things are changing in Metro Detroit as we've had a beautiful week, but as we head into the weekend, things are changing. So let's head on over to Brandon Rue. He's got the big temperature drop that we need to be aware of as we head out for the weekend. Brandon.
Yes, Kim, good afternoon. Happy Friday, happy Veterans Day as we honor and celebrate all of those men and women who have served for the U.S. military. And we don't have the prettiest day out there, right? The showers, this is all from Nicole, and it's certainly no picnic if anybody is driving down through Ohio, Pennsylvania, parts of southern Ontario, really as good as it gets. Cold front versus Nicole. What will be the outcome? We will track some rain chances here today and a big change coming your way as we see, again, more showers off to the east, at least for now. So, Kim, coming up, the big weekend dip, and we'll take a look at your Veterans Day rain chances in a few.
Now, here's your time saver traffic.
All right, thank you, Brandon. And there are 3 major freeway closures to navigate around this weekend in Oakland and Wayne counties. 696 westbound will close tonight at 8 p.m. between Telegraph and 696 will close between Telegraph and I-94, or on 275, excuse me. I-94 will close westbound between I-75 and the Lodge. That starts tonight at 9 p.m. And then the northbound lanes of I-75 will close tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. between I-696 and 14 Mile. All of those projects will wrap up on Monday morning at 5 a.m. And still ahead, the concern over an RSV surge, with more hospitals reaching capacity with children, including one here in Metro Detroit. A look at what parents need to know. But first, what comes next after a federal judge rules President Biden's student debt relief plan is unlawful? We'll be right back.